We got a special box on the table tonight. CP Carillo. No, these aren't RC boat parts that they make. They make the baddest ass pistons and rods in the racing industry. Bryan Moreland from CP Pistons is a friend of mine, and he wanted his son to have the best of RC boats. So he came to me and got his son a mini dom. Well, it's time for that mini dom to get some updates. So he sent it back to me in this beautiful CP box. We're going to open this up and get to it, do some upgrades on it, and see if we can make it a little better for him. Wow, they box things up nice and professional like us. This box was actually paper taped and stapled. Oh, wow. In the original box. Here's something you guys haven't seen in a while. A carbon Kevlar mini dom. I set this thing up personally for him. It's got some aluminum fasteners and stuff on it. He said when he was hitting the gas, the steering servo was moving too. That could be one of three things: the radio, the ESC, or the servo. We're going to diagnose it and find out exactly what it is. Stay tuned. It's even got an oxygen battery in great condition, not puffed at all. Now the symptoms they're describing to me sound like either radio or ESC. So what I've done is I've switched up. I'm going to try their radio and see exactly what it's doing first. Now that is the damnedest thing I've ever seen. I hit the gas and the servo works. I hit the steering and the gas works. I think the receiver got real corroded. Now looking at this receiver, I see some corrosion around those chips. Let me clean this off first and see what I get. See a little on the bottom of the board too. Okay, I open the receiver and hit the board with a toothbrush. Let's see what we get. I'll be damned, it is still doing it. That is. Oh, I know what. I think I know exactly what happened. I think somehow channel mixing got activated on the radio. Hold on, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to select a different model. Go into memory. Model memory. Model. Model 2 is mini dom. Let's go to model 1. Let's go model 1. Home button, back out of it. Let's see what we get. Hit the gas. Hit the steering. Perfectly fixed. We got this thing fixed literally within minutes. But you know what? That doesn't mean I'm not going to do some things to tune this thing up and cheer it up and have it screaming when I send it back to him. There's some sticky on the deck from tape residue. Let's try to get that off. First, I'll try some orange-based Goo Gone. Put it on there, let it sit for a little bit. Let it do some penetrating. That residue came right off with Goof Off. Keep that in mind. Now, the battery is the heart of this thing. Well, not the heart, but the battery is the power. And it kind of determines how fast you go. I'm going to cycle this battery on my charger, see how healthy it is. I've got a badass iCharger set up. Let's see how the resistance is looking. We'll cycle it a couple times so it's freshened up for him. Like I said, I've got the Big Daddy set up. Let's put it on here. Okay, voltage is kind of high, like it was stored with some high voltage. Let's see what we can do. Now I've got a 10 amp cycle charge. Resistance is very high. Yeah, we'll cycle it a couple times. Now while that battery's cycling, let's get this radio right. That steering is way off. It's centered. It's like this. What I'm going to do is, while it's centered, adjust the steering from here. All right, we got that nice and centered. There's still way too much throw. Let's turn the EPA down some. Menu. Primary. Push it on that. ATV, EPA, channel 1 right. We put that 66. Left. $60. Let's see how the throw looks. That looks good to me. That looks like excellent throw. We'll give the right. We'll go up just a little bit on the right. Go up to 68. That should be fine. While we're at it, let's remove this prop and sharpen it. Just as I suspected, that battery thought it was charged, or it had been sitting charged for a while. It's going to sit for a while, then it'll discharge and charge again. We'll see if that high-ass 38 milliohms of internal resistance goes down. I was getting sharpened on my Dremel. No, that was a clean sharpened in one pass. Both sides clean in one pass. So the way it works with this prop, as it spins in its left-hand rotation, it actually tightens itself on these threads. So no, we're not going to use any Loctite or anything like that, but I am going to put a drop of oil on the threads, so the prop doesn't seize on there. As you can see, there's a little bit of corrosion on there. That could seize the prop up on there. These boats are very weight sensitive, and excess weight is completely unnecessary. First thing we're going to do is get rid of this number plate holder. This number plate and holder are just excess grams that you don't need. Speaking of Weight Watchers, these two screws, let's swap them out to some aluminum numbers. Save a little bit of weight. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Uh-oh, that turn fan angle's a little off. Let's straighten that out. Much better, 45-degree angle. This one is straight, but that rudder bracket likes to move. I'm going to go inside and tighten it from the inside real tight to make sure it stays put on him. Okay, it looks like the cycling had an impact. We're down to 20 milliohms of resistance, but that's not good, but it's much better than it was. All right, now this boat for CP Pistons' Bryan Moreland's son is ready to go. I think I'm going to do him one solid and test this thing on the water, make sure everything's cool. Stay tuned. Well, the moment of truth is here, Big Daddy. We're going to take this thing out and test it. The rowing team is here, but it's a self-riding boat, so it'll be okay. Let's throw this thing in the water and see what's happening. So, Mini Dom, what's happening?
Who's got the baddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxydine Marine. Who's got the strongest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxydine Marine. Who's got the baddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxydine Marine. Who's got the baddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxydine Marine. Starting with the carbon fiber Kevlar weave. CNC parts, man, it's built for speed. High flow water systems cool for heat. 100 miles an hour on the water. Animal twin cat RTR. Fastest in the game, it's a superstar. And the Dominator model, man, it's just as hard. Superpower, self-right, bright colors and all. So when you hear it on the water, man, you know it. ESC motors, props, it's lit. Strongest power systems on the market, legit. Oxydine Marine, no questions, that's it. Who's got the baddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxydine Marine. Who's got the best boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxydine Marine.
Homeboy is up to no good. I'll be impressed if he figures out how to unzip that zipper. Out here stealing. In a drop of water in this bad boy. It ran pretty good for a battery that's been sitting for a year. I'm gonna try another battery or two. See how this thing's performing. See if I want to spice it up a little bit. All right. I made a couple changes. I made it forward only in the ESC. And we charged the battery again. This is the same battery it had. The battery that they're getting. Let's see if it got a little bit faster. Sometimes breaking in the battery does something. Let it flow. Oh, that looks way better right now.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that was great. That was a big major improvement. I'm going to try it one more time with a different newer battery. Just to see how healthy this thing is running. I can't believe that this 2-year-old Oxidine battery is in perfect condition and running so well. Here we go again. Screaming.
On the scene, it's got you screaming Oxidine Marine. Who's got the strongest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidine Marine. Who's got the baddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidine Marine. Who's got the fastest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidine Marine. Starting with the carbon fiber Kevlar weave. CNC parts, man, it's built for speed. High flow water systems cool from heat. 100 miles an hour on the water. Animals swim can't fastest in the game is a superstar. And the Dominator model, man, it's just as hard. Superpower, self-bright, bright colors and all. So when you hear it on the water, man, you know they great. Props it's lit. Strongest power systems on the market, legit. Oxidine Marine, no questions, that's it. Who's got the raddest boats on the scene? It's got you screaming Oxidine Marine. Who's got the fastest boats on the sea?
All right, battery's about tired. That looked damn good. All right, now let's really see if this thing is track certified. I'm going up on the hill and running the course. Now let's really see what's up. Oh, right now that looks good. Oh yeah. She looks great on the course, even with a tired battery. It's making me miss my rigger. Now that looked good. Looked great on the track. I think we're going to step it up another level higher. The receiver got slightly wet one more time and decided to completely play out. And I figured, you know what? That was hindering some performance too, because when a receiver's been corroded a lot or the radio isn't getting full signal, you're not going to get full speed. So what I did is I swapped it out to a brand new radio. This is the radio that typically comes with the mini DOM. And what I did, as we saw, some settings were off on the other radio. So what I did is I put these little dots where all the dials should be set, so that if anything becomes off, they have a good starting point, or they can get it right back where it needs to be. And if they want to play with any of the settings, they know how to get back where everything is right, normal. This thing is running great. It's going to scream very hard. I'm excited for these guys to get this thing back. Make sure to smash the like button. Once again, subscribe to our channel. And remember, which RC boat dealer actually plays with boats, actually knows his stuff, and can actually fix them.